So March Madness has officially ended, meaning NBA draft season is about to start. So today, I will be sharing with you my full predictions for the first round of the 2026 NBA draft. And with the first pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Washington Wizards select AJ DeBonsta from BYU University. AJ is a perfect player to try to build your team around, especially because he is a 3-level scorer, he's athletic, and he's pretty much everything you want from a wing in today's game. He's even a 6'9" small forward who can complement Trae Young's game very, very well. And he and Davis can alternate roles during the game to have more shots between them with Trae Young's passing. DeBonsta is the most NBA player ready in the draft. Now, it's going to be kind of complicated to try to find minutes with Keyshawn George, Bob Carrington, and all of those other guys. But I think you just take best player available, best scorer in the draft, and AJ DeBonsta is that guy from Utah. And with the second pick in the draft, the Indiana Pacers select Cameron Boozer from Duke University. I mean, I hate to move Darren Peterson down from number 1 projected to number 3 or lower, but the Pacers have said it all year long. We've heard it from every NBA analyst at this point. If he was still on the board, Indiana would take Cam Boozer. Even with the multiple holes in his game, he just destroyed his competition every single night in March Madness and led them to the final seconds of a close Elite 8 game, and he could have honestly led them all the way to the Final Four, and he was carrying his team along the entire way. But if it weren't for his brother's turnover, they could have made the Final Four led by Cam Boozer. And also, well, we're never going to forget Braylon Mullen's game winner, are we? That was an amazing game. Cam Boozer, he averaged about 20 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double, and he can even make the ball a bit. I mean, his athleticism is going to be perfect next to Tyrese Halliburton's amazing dimes. So, I hate to say it, but Cam Boozer is better than Darren Peterson, and he's higher in my boards. And now, to end out and round out the top 3, the Brooklyn Nets select Darren Peterson from Kansas University. If Brooklyn is looking to trade Michael Porter Jr. in this offseason, which they are obviously are trying to do, the Warriors are a team, there are multiple teams that are trying to get him, then DP, Darren Peterson, would be his best replacement. Yes, there was some controversy with if he wanted to play or not, subbing himself out of games and not really having the love for the game, but I don't think he would do that in the NBA. And even if he does that, in his team, who just cut Cam Boozer and, as I just said, is heavily rumored to trade Michael Porter Jr., they're only 2 scorers, the rookie can step up to be that number 1 shooter on the team, and honestly their only shooter, unless they want to include Yegor Demon, Drake Powell, Nolan Traore, all of those people next season. And he is a great player for the Nets system right now, one of the best scorers in the draft, and he might average 25 points if Michael Porter Jr. is not on that team next year. Next up, with the 4th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Utah Jazz select Caleb Wilson from North Carolina University. The Jazz, I think, already have their big 3 figured out of Lauri Markkanen, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Keontae George if they don't trade Lauri Markkanen this offseason. And if they fall to 4, I don't see them overthinking it too much and trying to get someone that fits their rotation, and they probably just take the best player available of Caleb Wilson. His season was unfortunately cut short due to a torn ACL, but I don't think that's going to affect his game too much because we've seen it in the past. NBA players, they don't really lose their entire game after an ACL tear, but he is the best athlete in the class by far. He can get you an easy rebound, he hustles for the ball, unlike other players in the NBA, and he has amazing energy and stamina. That's why, in my opinion, he's the 4th best player in the draft, and maybe, just maybe, he could go into the top 3 because of his energy on and off the ball. With the 5th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select Darius Acuff Jr. from Arkansas. This team is searching around for their next big point guard to replace Russell Westbrook, as they traded Dennis Schroeder. He is projected to go a bit lower because of his defense, but I don't think they need to worry that much about defense when Darius is getting 40 balls, 35, 30, amazing numbers. He's scoring so easily in college, and in March Madness, he's the best scorer, I think, in this entire draft. He gets to the rim easily. He knows when to shoot. Best shot IQ in the class. Yeah, he is a great NBA talent that I think he needs to get more love from scouts and, most importantly, NBA fans if they want to get used to his game. With the 6th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Kingston Flemings from Houston. Now, this team, they traded away their franchise star, about to be the franchise's best player, Trae Young, and since CJ McCollum, the player that they traded for, his contract is void this offseason, they're going to need another point guard to come in and do Trae Young's job, facilitate and give the other players more chances to score the ball. And Kingston is definitely the best guard defender in the class. He jumped up since the start of the year from going from the second round, being projected to go to the second round, to now being the best Houston Cougar and a lottery level bucket maker around the rim. It's easy for him. Shooting, easy layups, driving is even easy for him. Everything. He makes it look super, super easy. I know I've said that word multiple times, but I mean it. This is a great scorer, and I think he has amazing potential out of Houston. Next up, with the 7th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Keaton Wagler from Illinois. There are definitely some great options for the guard position to go with, like Mikael Brown Jr. or LeBaron Philon, but I think Keaton Wagler is the best player in this range of picks for many reasons. For example, he has one of the best ball IQs in the game, in the class, in my opinion, number 1 in the 2026 draft, one of the smartest players we've ever seen on and off the ball. He's also one of, if not the best shooter in the class, and an at least reliable 3-and-D replacement to Ja Morant, who they're obviously going to trade this offseason. I think he can come in, be a great shooting guard for the team. Maybe not the first season, but I think the second season, once he gets more minutes from coach, he can definitely be the best player on his team. Now, with the 8th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Mikael Brown Jr. from Louisville. He can step up to be in that backcourt with Kyrie Irving right away since day one. He can alternate from the 1 to the 2 as a 6'5" guard. He can even play the 3. And he is probably one of the best playmakers in the draft to complement Cooper Flagg's game. He's even a solid perimeter defender to help Kyrie out because, well, we all know Kyrie Irving, his defense is not really that good. So yeah, everyone loves a 3-and-D guard, and Mikael Brown Jr. maybe, just maybe, one of the best 3-and-D guards in the entire draft to pick from in this range. Now, with the 9th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls select Braylon Mullins from Connecticut, better known as UConn. This kid stepped up in the biggest moments for his team in March Madness, leading them to the national championship game thanks to that crazy logo 3-pointer. It wasn't even a heave, I should say. It was just a normal shot. He used his normal release against Duke. He even got a clutch steal that led to that. And yeah, he is a light-up shooter, as I just said. Very bouncy, actually. He's very athletic. He is a strong defender so that Josh Giddey can rest on that defensive end. And most importantly, he moves well without the ball. Very, very important when you're talking about NBA scouts. Next up, with the 10th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select LeBaron Philon Jr. from Alabama. The Giannis trade rumors that are coming out recently they're just like the other years. Plus this year's deadline, he's staying in Milwaukee and everyone knows it. And who better to pair him up with to replace Damian Lillard with an amazing scorer who can still get him opportunities to drop 50 as a great playmaker, great passer, gets assists all night, and honestly, as a guard, him and Ryan Rollins, they're not going to be able to fight for minutes because you can just move Ryan Rollins to the 2. He's great to alternate between those positions, and that is their dream lineup next to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Next up, with the 11th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Adey Mara from Michigan. With Golden State constantly being weak at the big man spot, how come they can't have a huge front court of Adey Mara and Kristaps Porzingis? I mean, in March Madness, he went from a late first-round pick to a legit lottery selection. Well, because he led Michigan all the way to the national championship where they won with his great rebounding and finishing as a 7'3" demon. And with that height comes the rim protecting. Perfect for a team led by Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler, 2 mid-defenders at best. And now with the 12th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Portland Trailblazers select Braden Burries from Arizona. Burries is a main reason for Arizona's great success. As a shooting guard, he rebounds the ball well, which is surprising because, well, he's a guard. Guard never stay next to the rim, but he hustles for that ball. And he's physical on both ends of the floor, and he's a great finisher to double up with Scoot Henderson on the second lineup. This guy, he can really elevate the Trailblazers game, and I feel like with his help, if they do pick him in the 2026 draft, he might lead the Trailblazers to either a playoff spot or a high play-in spot. And next, with the 13th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Miami Heat selects Michigan's very own Yaxel Lenneberg. And the reason I say Michigan's very own is that in the last few weeks of March Madness, he was on a tear. He was doing everything for Michigan, scoring, rebounding, blocking shots, hustling for the ball. He was going crazy, leading them to the national championship alongside his teammate, as I said before, Adey Mara, going to the Warriors. But anyways, the Heat are looking directly for a player like Yaxel Lenneberg to run their second line big man position behind either Kel'el Ware or Bam Adebayo. He's the best rebounder in the class for sure. He plays physical and athletic, and well, he's okay at stretching out the floor as a 6'10" power forward center, which is actually amazing. And he's great for Eric Spoelstra's offensive strategies, which is why I think he is a perfect fit for the Miami Heat. And finally, to end out the lottery, the 14th pick, the Orlando Magic select Nate Ament from Tennessee. At the start of the year, in my heart, I thought Nate Ament was the 4th best player in the draft, and I had him going 4th overall. But, I mean, after this season, and after seeing his poor efficiency in March Madness, I have him falling to borderline lottery pick. So, anyways, even with Nate Ament's poor efficiency, he struggles to get to the rim, and his foot speed, Nate Ament, he can still hold his own with contested shots. He moves without the ball. He is a great playmaker as a 6'10" power forward, small forward. And well, I think in my heart that he is higher than this, but I can't have him going higher because, well, my heart doesn't do anything. So that rounds out my lottery. Moving on to the last part of the NBA draft. Here are picks 15 through 22, and man, the Lakers they need so much. 23rd in 3-point shooting and 20th in defense, and Isaiah Evans does both of that. That's a perfect pick for them. And well, the Spurs, the fact that Koa Pete fell this much and they were able to get him, That's insane for them. And here are the last 8 picks in the 2026 NBA draft. And yeah, Tunde Yesufu, just one of my favorite players in the draft. But he's not going higher because he's not that good. I just like him. So that's the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you like this video, then make sure to watch my latest video that I posted on my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one, hopefully soon. Peace.